Today's video is all about the best pieces for winter that will last for years to come. I've scoured the internet and put together a list of the best pieces that are available right now. So of course, everything is high quality. We're talking mostly natural fibers and great construction to make sure these things can last in your wardrobe for a long time. I'm going to include the original prices on all of these items just for the sake of consistency, but know that most of these brands do go on sale, and some of them are on sale very regularly and are actually on sale right now. Let's get into it. It wouldn't be a winter guide if we didn't talk about sweaters. There are a ton of great sweaters available this season. I was actually really surprised. So this is a little bit of a longer section, but there were just so many great options that I had to include. I wanted to make sure that I included several different fabrics and weights depending on your climate and preferences. So I have a variety of wool, cashmere, and cotton options for you to choose from. Let's start with &Other Stories. They've been doing a really great job lately, especially when it comes to knitwear. And I think that their price point is pretty reasonable for what they are, and they go on sale pretty often. I actually picked up a couple sweaters myself during Black Friday, so let's talk about those really quickly. The first piece I bought is this beautiful burgundy cardigan. Even though it's in a more popular color, I don't think that the cut is too trendy, so this will last for years to come. I do find it can be just a tiny bit scratchy around the neck when I first put it on, but otherwise it's totally fine. It's very comfortable to wear. This retails for $129. The fiber composition is 40% alpaca, 30% wool, and 30% polyamide. I don't think it's the end of the world that they included some polyamide. My understanding is that it was probably included to make some of these finer fibers like alpaca a little bit more durable. If you don't mind having a little bit of synthetics in your clothes, this is a great option. The second piece I bought is an oversized turtleneck wool sweater. It's 100% merino wool, and it retails for $139. It has an oversized fit, and I like that they include a slit on the back of the neck, so it's easy to get on and off, and you can also easily roll it down for a different look. I love the modern cut. It's a bit on the longer side, and it has relaxed cuffs. This would look great with so many things. You could wear it with jeans, with trousers to work, you could wear it with a mini skirt. This would go with so many things. I also love that they included a cool brown shade. I think that those can be a little bit hard to find. A lot of the browns tend to lean very warm, but cool browns are really having a moment this season, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's sturdy and durable without being scratchy. It has a very smooth finish to it, so it feels great. Like I said, it's 100% merino wool, so it's going to be really great for keeping you warm but still being breathable. And there's plenty of space to wear layers underneath. Moving on to Sézane. Sézane is known for having beautiful knitwear, and I always love seeing what they come out with for their fall and winter collections. Those are always my favorite. So I have quite a few picks for Sézane. My first recommendation is the Emile cardigan. This has been getting a ton of attention, and for good reason. It's a unique but very classic cut, and this is where Sézane really shines. They do a great job of making beautiful feminine pieces that are unique. They have a ton of colorways for this cardigan. I own this in the navy. I've worn it several times and I love it. The composition is 55% alpaca, 30% wool, and 15% polyamide. Again, I think the polyamide in here is not that big of a deal. It's really in here for the sake of durability because alpaca tends to be a bit more delicate. While it is very soft, it can be a tiny bit scratchy at first, especially around the neck. But after a couple of minutes, I really just stopped noticing it. It's very comfortable, very soft and fluffy. It has a really nice texture, but you are gonna wanna wear something underneath it. Something like a t-shirt is fine. You could even do a long sleeve if you wanted to, and I would definitely recommend sizing up if you're able to, just so you have a little bit more breathing room and it's not so tight against your skin. But it's a great design and I'm very, very happy with it, and I would definitely recommend this. Oh, and the Emile retails for $170. Another great pick is the Sézane Leontine. This retails for $125 and is 100% cotton. I have this in navy ecru, but they also have a few other colorways to choose from. I got this about 2 years ago, and it is my most worn sweater of all time. I highly, highly recommend it. It's incredibly comfortable. It's a really great transitional piece, or if you live somewhere a little bit warmer, it's very comfortable. You have the option to wear it all the way buttoned. You can do partly buttoned, you can do open. It really is a great staple. It wears incredibly well. It looks great. It looks just about new. If you tend to be more sensitive to wool and alpaca, cotton is a great option. It's not going to be scratchy in any way. It's very comfortable. And they also do a great job of incorporating some lovely feminine features like the balloon sleeves. It's slightly cropped, and I think that it's just a staple that would work for pretty much anyone. Moving into a similar but more heavyweight option is the James jumper. It's $170 and 100% merino wool. It's such a classic piece, but with a little bit of a twist that makes it different from just a plain striped sweater. And that's the thing that really sets Sézane apart from other brands, in my opinion, is that so many of their things are classic. They're also a little bit more unique. They're a little different. And yeah, anyways, I love it. This is a great option if you live in a cooler climate. It's going to keep you very, very warm. And I love, again, the details here. From the cable knit details to the buttons and a reinforced placket, it's beautiful. I've had my eye on this for quite a while, but it does tend to go out of stock pretty often. Those are my top 2 picks for striped sweaters, but Sézane has a ton of options and different variations, so definitely give them a look. They especially have a lot of ecru and navy variations. My last pick from Sézane is the Maha jumper, I think that's how you say it, and it's $125. This is a blend of merino wool and cotton, so it's a little bit lighter weight. It's more of a snug fit, and you could kind of wear this as either more of a t-shirt or a sweater. It's a little bit of a blend. It's got very feminine details. I love the ribbed features on it. These are my favorite kind of basics because it allows you to really show a little bit more of your personality and have a little bit more fun over something like just a plain white t-shirt or a plain white sweater. This comes in ecru, black, and sandstone. Moving on to a great affordable option is Gap. They've been putting out a ton of great cotton knitwear, but you really have to be careful about what you buy. A lot of their sweaters are kind of deceptive. I've been seeing a ton of ads for their Cash Soft line, which is meant to be confusing. It's meant to throw you off because it sounds like it's cashmere, but it's not, and it's really nylon. And a lot of their sweaters are the same price. So you could get a cotton and nylon blend or something that's 100% cotton and it would be the same price. So definitely make sure that you're avoiding any of their synthetics and go straight for their cotton. I'm also noticing that Gap especially has a ton of drop sleeved options. So if that's your style, great. But that's pretty much the only option that you have. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does lean a bit more casual, and I'm noticing this trend across all sorts of brands, and I think that's for a couple of reasons. The first is that obviously it's very trendy right now, but the second thing is that it's a lot cheaper and easier to produce because you don't have to line up the shoulders perfectly and make sure that it's fitted right. You can just drop the sleeve and it's going to be very easy to accommodate different sizes. Oh, the other plus is around sizing. A lot of their sweaters will come in a regular, tall, and petite version, so that's great to see. And I haven't seen any other brands doing that. I'm going to quit yapping and get to my first recommendation, which is the oversized split hem mock neck sweater. This retails for $80, but they go on sale all the time, and it's 100% cotton. This is hands down my top pick. It's a beautiful design. I actually almost bought a very similar design from them in the past, and I still love it. It just looks great. I love the relaxed fit and oversized cuffs. They just look so modern and good. This comes in several neutral colors, most of which are warm. Yeah, I just love this one. This is my top pick. It's so good. I wish they had more cool tone or neutral shades, but you can't have it all. So next is the oversized cable knit sweater, which is $80 and also cotton. This is a classic cable knit with dropped shoulders, so it's going to give you more of a relaxed, casual feel. The last piece from Gap, which is very similar, is the oversized V-neck sweater. It also comes in tall, regular, and petite. I do wish these came in more colors, and I do wish that Gap had some more options that were in cool or neutral tones, but it is what it is. So if you are a warm tone lover, Gap is going to be your friend. If you're enjoying this video and find it helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing so I know you like this content. Compiling this guide was quite the labor of love, and it really helps small channels like mine. Now back to the regular programming. Moving on to basic knitwear for layering. I found several options for cashmere and merino wool. These are a great staple to have in your wardrobe. They're just so easy to work with, very easy to layer. Starting with cashmere, there are really 3 brands that stick out to me. The first option is Nadam. I have 2 of their sweaters myself. I bought both secondhand, but I would say that it's definitely worth the $98 if you're looking to buy something new. Nadam has the biggest color selection out of all the brands I looked at, and I think it really says something that they are known for their cashmere. Like, cashmere is what they do. It is their #1 focus, and so they have really gotten it down and nailed the fit. They've nailed everything about it. They do a really great job. Both sweaters I have are very soft, very comfortable. They're in no way scratchy because they're cashmere, so if you're on the more sensitive side, this is a great way to go. For whatever reason, I've noticed that the 2 I own feel a little bit different. One is a little bit more soft and fuzzy, and the other one is a bit more smooth. I don't know why that difference is. I'm guessing that one is an older version, one's a newer version. I don't know which one's which. Either way, they're both really comfortable. They're great, and I would definitely recommend them. Another great brand to go with is Uniqlo. Their cashmere retails for $100, and they have a great mix of neutrals and more muted colors. I haven't bought Uniqlo sweaters myself, but I've heard really great things about them. They have great reviews, and I felt them in person, and they seem really nice. The last brand I would recommend for cashmere is J. Crew. Their cashmere sweaters retail for $128, a little bit higher than the other ones, but all of these brands go on sale, so it might just depend on what's available when you're looking. They come in 14 different colors. I haven't tried these either, but I have felt them in person. They seem really nice. They have a lot of great reviews, so this would be a great option as well. And J. Crew has a lot more unique, bold, fun colors, So if that's something you're interested in, maybe that's the way you want to go. The last option I want to talk about is actually merino wool, and this is from Uniqlo. I want to say it originally retails for $80. I'm not really sure the way that their site is set up. It's currently on sale for $30. It's a really, really good price if you want to try out merino wool. This is a great material if you're looking for something that's a bit more lightweight, a little silkier. It's very, very nice. It's going to have a slightly different finish to it. So it really just depends on if you want like that soft, fuzzy cashmere feeling, or if you want something a little bit more lightweight, a little silkier. It doesn't come in nearly as many colors as the cashmere options, but they have some really great neutrals. They do have some colors. Definitely worth checking out. Let's talk long sleeve t-shirts and turtlenecks. Whether you're styling these pieces on their own or you're wearing them for layering purposes, it's really important to have good base layers that you like. I've included some more basic options and then pieces that are a little bit more elevated as well, so that you have plenty of options to choose from. First is the Madewell Pointel long sleeve scoop neck, and it retails for $65. It serves the same function as a typical classic white t-shirt, but in a much more elevated way. This reminds me a lot of tops I would see from Doen. Obviously, this is not a one-to-one comparison. This is gonna be a lot less detailed and a lot different from what you're gonna get at Doen. Make no mistake about that, this is not a dupe by any means, but it does give a similar effect, and I think that this is a much better price point. I'd much rather invest in other areas of my wardrobe, and I'm just not willing to spend that much money on a t-shirt. This is a great option of something that's a bit more elevated without breaking the bank. And again, like many other things in this, it goes on sale all the time. T-shirts and base layers are a great place to save. It's not my favorite composition, but I was willing to overlook it for the price. I picked this up for Black Friday. I want to say I paid $22. And the composition is 52% modal, 24% cotton, and 24% polyester. So not the best, but I also feel like it's reasonable for the price. If you like sleek contemporary design, meet Marcella New York. This brand has a lot of bold, high contrast colors to choose from. So think true white, black, jewel tones, things like that. Specifically the Mariah top, this retails for $68. The Mariah top especially is very cool, girl. It has a fitted silhouette and asymmetric neckline that gives it a really modern, edgy feel, but again, is still basic. This is an ultra soft, high stretch European jersey with raglan sleeves. It's 96% tensile and 4% elastane. I also love their Milo top, which retails for $78. This is perfect for a night out. It's the perfect blend of minimalism, but also a little bit of edginess and interest. It would be great with jeans or even trousers, and is just a really fun, playful, but again, very wearable, basic top. The Milo top is also a sustainable European jersey. The body is 96% tensile and 4% elastane. The mesh is 95% polyester and 5% elastane. I love both of these tops from Marcella New York so much. They feel very classic with an edgy twist. Moving to a more affordable option, but with a similar feel, is actually from H&M. This is their long sleeve top with flat lock seams, and it retails for $13. I'm very tempted by this piece. It really reminds me of a couple of premium brands, but I just can't get myself to invest that much in a t-shirt. I'd much rather invest in other places like coats and sweaters, but not on a t-shirt. This really reminds me of a couple tops. The first is from Zulu and Zephyr. This is a top that I had added to my wish list during the summer. It's a lovely sheer top with these flat lock seams. It's not offered anymore, but it really reminds me of that. It's kind of same but different. It also kind of reminds me of the base range Omato top. So this is a pretty similar alternative. Anyway, the one from H&M is 66% polyester, 28% rayon, and 6% spandex. It comes in a cream and a dark gray color. And while it is largely synthetic, I'm not too bothered by it because it is more on the sheer side, so it's still gonna have some breathability to it. Moving on to COS, there are two great picks that I highly recommend. My first pick is a merino wool long sleeve crew, and this retails for $79. This is 100% merino wool, and it seems like it's part of their core collection. I bought this last year. I love it. I have a gray color, but it seems like they update their colorways somewhat regularly. It's very, very comfortable, and it has great temperature regulation. The details are great. It comes with a raw hem and an optional thumb hole. And the fact that it's semi-sheer makes it very chic, but also practical. I've worn this in such a huge variety of situations. I've literally worn this with leggings going on walks because it's very breathable, and I've treated it almost like a workout top. And then I've also layered it with my silk slip dress. So it's incredibly versatile. You could wear it for casual or dressy occasions. Similarly, I also love their merino wool turtleneck. It's very similar. It also has a raw hem and thumb holes. It's semi-sheer. It comes in a lot of high contrast jewel tones. So this is a great option if you prefer something on the sheer side. If you're looking for something opaque, I'd recommend Everlane. My first recommendation for Everlane is the Luxe Rib Long Sleeve Crew. Everlane has sold this for years. They have changed the name, which is a little confusing. It used to be called the Micro Rib, and now it's the Luxe Rib. Their core collection seems to be black, white, brown, and gray, and then they have rotating colorways as well. I have this in the washed heather and fatigue shade, which is a cool brown, and I wear it all the time. It's very comfortable. The neckline lays flat. It doesn't move around. I love the rib on it. I think it's a little bit more interesting having that texture. And then I also appreciate that they have a seam on the back, which adds a little bit more interest as well. It's 96% Supima cotton and 4% elastane, so it's very stretchy and comfortable. I also like the Luke's rib turtleneck, which retails for $50. Very similar to what we just saw. It's a classic fold-over turtleneck with long fitted sleeves and a snug fit overall. I own this in a royal blue color. They only have neutrals available at the moment, but I would expect that they have additional colors coming and going. When it comes to crew necks and turtlenecks, if you want something that's opaque, you want cotton, something that's very soft, go with Everlane. If you want something super lightweight and on the sheer side, get the merino wool from Cause. This video is getting pretty long. I think I'm gonna have to split this into multiple parts. So I'm gonna end it here and I'll see you in the next section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It really helps my small channel. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.